in the gym, listen up for a second. Yo, listen, hold the ball. All right, guys, if you're in the gym, just listen for a second. All right?
Pistons fans, what's going on? It's your boy King, man. Let's talk about some of the updates that's taken place over the last 24 hours, 48 hours, whichever you want to call it. Detroit Pistons announced the preseason schedule. That is officially announced. So if you guys are interested in tickets, of course, you can go over to the website. You can go to Ticketmaster and get yourself some tickets to enjoy some good preseason basketball. For us, our preseason is a little bit different. We got a lot of young guys on this team. We got some guys that's trying to make the team currently still. We'll talk about that situation. So listen, obviously the biggest news, right? Everybody's been looking for this footage. It's summertime, it's off season. The only thing that you can go off of right now as a Pistons fan is workout tapes, right? Well, one of the biggest sources that I've been using for over probably the last 5 years, out of UCLA, Rico Hines basketball. I've been using that since Dre and since Blake Griffin was dunking all over people. And Rico Hines, man, I've been using that for years to keep up with players over the summer. That's just one of my sources. That, Hoop Diamonds, some of those sources is where I go and get, what I can on players during the summer. So this one being the biggest one, everyone knows what it is now. So, it's just been a huge buzz. A lot of people, where is it? Where is the footage? Where's the footage? Well, finally it was released, courtesy of Rico Hines' YouTube channel. Also with Baller's Life, they also released a version, which is pretty much the same version. Also, Downtown Deuce, if you want to see a Pistons version, make sure you guys go over to his channel and check that out. He has the Pistons clips only. So, with that said, man, what did we see at Rico Hines so far? As far as part one of footage, because, I truly do believe that they probably release another video. Man, I seen an entire Pistons team pretty much, minus guys like Boyan. Didn't see Livers. I don't know if he's there or not. But pretty much everyone else, from K to Killian to, Durant and Stu to Wiseman to everybody, Asar, Ivy, everybody's there, right? Even Monty Morris, Sasser, even Buddy's there, right? So, that's what you want to see. But most importantly, you've seen Troy Weaver and you've seen Monty Williams there, which is, big time for me, because as many opportunities that you want to go and see young guys play together, whether it's in a pickup gym, preseason, or wherever it may be. You want to do that, especially for Monty Williams. You want to see that from your new coach being invested into the team like that. If Monty Williams is not in this situation, he's no way, shape, or form probably at UCLA at Rico Hines, man. So, you got a lot of young guys. You need to do all the evaluating that you can. Film can only do so much. You need to see these dudes in person. You need to get to fill out that roster from a coaching standpoint and say, hey, I want this guy on my team, or maybe we can move on from this guy. So it seems like the Pistons, I don't want to say had the starting unit and then the second unit on another court. Obviously, without Boyan there, Asar slides into that third spot. You know what I'm saying? So you've seen K, you've seen Ivy, you've seen Asar, Stu, and Jalen Durant out there on one court, where on the other court you've seen Killian, Sasser, Monte, Burks, and Wiseman on the other court behind, which is, I wish we had, the footage for that court. You know what I'm saying? So, because that's where the real training camp battle is going to be, especially at those guard spots, right? So, pretty much when you look at it, everyone pretty much said definite, hey, guys like Killian Hayes gone. They went and got Monty. They went and got Sasser in the draft. Well, training camp can change that. Training camp can change that, man. And yeah, if he comes in training camp and dogs, then you're having a different conversation. If I'm head coach, I'm saying, okay, if I'm looking at where his defensive rating, what he provides, if he comes and show me that, he's been improving in offense, then maybe I might have to second guess something. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I still think, the Pistons just may make a move, but I don't think it's going to happen before camp. Guys like Boyan, I think, are going to stick around this team until maybe the trade deadline. That, to me, makes the most sense. You give him an opportunity to go out there and play with Cade. I mean, let's just be honest about it. Boyan's older. He's much older. So that window is getting real narrow. And while he still has value, I just think that's where you go. Dallas, stretching and waving. JaVale McGee pretty much said to me that maybe those talks are officially all the way dead between them and the Pistons, because JaVale was a part of that deal. So, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But it's an opportunity for these guys. So what did we see out there on the court? You seen a smooth operator. And Cade, man, just making things look easy. Just doing what he does out there. A little trash talking here and there, throughout the little Bush League. But you know what you're going to get out of him. You know what I'm saying? You can tell, I mean, it was only like in first or second gear, and it was too easy for him. You know what I'm saying? You've seen some struggle moments out there for some guys. A lot of balls getting, batted away, stolen. Still some learning for some of the young guys out there. Ivy windmilling out there, but at the same time, got to continue to progress on dribbling and things like that. You've seen some guys, a lot of pokey guys trying to guard a man and trying to push that ball away. Cade as well. So, I like the full footage because you get to see everything. You don't just see the highlights and, everything is just, they just blowing rainbows up your butt. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the whole thing, man. But yeah, him, Durant, chemistry, Isaiah from, outside was still showing that ability and improvement of stretching the floor, playing that 4 position, which is what you want to see. Asar doing Asar things out there. You know what I'm saying? Stealing the ball, blocking the ball, just being a pest. But at the same time, meshing in well with his team, helping his team out in any way possible. That's what you're going to get from Asar. Asar in his career, will he ever turn into someone that you can just trust out at the 3-point line and just shoot threes? I don't know. Me personally, my hunch says no. He's a utility guy. He's the guy that you have to have on this team. I say it all the time. You have to have these guys on your team. You have to. You have to have these guys on your team. Whether they shoot 38% from 3 or not, you have to have these guys on your team, man. Because they're going to do things that the other guys who can do it don't want to do. Your team has to mesh well together. We just watched the NBA champion Denver Nuggets, right? We've been watching teams like the Celtics. We've been watching teams like Golden State over the years. You had dominant shooters, but at the same time, you had some guys on that team that put work in, man, and just did things, right? Draymond wasn't the most purest 3-point shooter, but he does so many other things well. It just helps his team. So that's what you're looking for in a guy like Asar. And that's what gets me the most excited about having him on this team, man, because you have to have that, especially on a Detroit roster. But then you have the maestro, you got the orchestrator in Cade Cunningham, as he is. You know what I'm saying? The guy that's going to put you in the best position to be successful out there. You also have to have that. And when you got it from your leader out there, who's also able to score, who's just able to do whatever he wants out there, that's huge. That's big time, man. That is big time. So training camp's going to be very interesting. You know, the jockeying for starting positions, but also the jockeying on the second level, man, it's going to be interesting. And like I said, we're going to see who's around with this roster, you know, when it's all said and done. To me, man, you just never know what happens. Nothing's definite. Hopefully we can get through the training camp without a major injury. I just don't want no freak accidents happening out there. I don't want nobody going out there getting hurt in preseason. You never know. So you want to have enough depth at these positions just in case you might have to, you know, try to put out a fire. So with that said, man, make sure you guys go and check out the full footage. They have the full 40+ minute versions of this, of the Rico Hines, man, and make sure you go and check it out. You know what I'm saying? You want to watch everything out there. You can, you know, you can skip past when the other guys is on the court. Or you can just go straight to Downtown Deuce's version and get Pistons. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, until we get something else, I'm gonna keep my eyes open. I'm trying to find something to talk about for y'all. Maybe we can go ahead and get our roster predictions out the way. But man, I'm really just trying to wait until training camp because you know what happens at training camps is gonna you know, it's gonna say a lot. It's gonna say a whole lot. So with that said, leave it in the comment section if you've seen the Rico Hines footage. What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Just in general, let's just go ahead and have some good discourse, man, about what we seen and enjoy that. Until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Wow, black owned shoe store. Culture. My culture though. You see what they talking about in here. What's up, little dog? You good? Y'all got something here for me? I'm talking about exclusive. They got all the dunks. How many dunks they got? Something like these. Y'all got a little vibe in here. They buying shoes, selling shoes. It feels like the culture. They dunking on people. Oh, they doing TikTok. They looking out for the kids. Oh man, this is great, man. They got all different races working here. It just really feels like culture. You're looking for a black-owned shoe store to get some real drip at? Come up here to Culture Detroit, man. It's what the streets been missing. Welcome home, fam.